Siemens Energy and Governor Tate Reeves are partnering with the Rankin First Economic Development Authority for a new facility that will create hundreds of jobs. A groundbreaking ceremony in Pearl marked the beginning of construction for a new switchgear manufacturing facility and training center. The facility will make switchgear, which officially acts like a safety switch for electricity grids. It helps to protect the equipment and avoid blackouts. The site will also feature a training center to make sure workers learn the skills needed to deal with switchgear. The $300 million investment will create 300 jobs. Governor Reeves touted the hard work of Mississippians as the drive behind the state's economy.
We've had a great run in Mississippi for economic development. We have the second fastest growing economy in the entire country. We have momentum, and we're building on that momentum. But the reason we're so successful is because the people of our state. Our people show up, they go to work, and they produce products that the whole world wants. And that's what today is an illustration of. They're expanding because their current facility is at capacity.
Siemens Energy has been in the Magnolia State since 1973 and already has a factory in